Welcome back, y'all. We Can Hot Podcast in your side, your eardrums, yeah, and in your vision. Your man KSL, your man Swag back at it again. What's good, my man?
Not much, man. Winning a triumphant Sunday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna get right into it now. We're gonna do news headlines, some news headlines that came out this weekend. Um, I guess I'm gonna kick it off with science. Neuralink, man. I don't know if y'all been hearing about this. Your boy Elon Musk
Hmm.
with this Neuralink thing. Neuralink is where they're trying to implant. They try to implant like your phone in your head, damn near. Blended man and machine and shit. Uh, Basically, it's like having Neuralink is kind of like having, like I said, your phone, the iPhone built in your head. So you have your iPhone built in your brain. You be answering calls like, "Hello, hey, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Just talking and shit. Push the side of your head, or you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, or pump the back. Hello, hey, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and I've already seen them commercials where they got the Apple watches and they going like this to end the call and do like little gestures in the call like this and all that. So this is, they trying to bend man the machine. Remember, we were talking about this before. This is some spooky shit. You guys got to watch it, you know, because a lot of times we be the guinea pigs, but thousands of people are reportedly lining up to have a portion of their skull removed and one of Elon Musk's brain chips implanted. Thousands of people are interested in becoming Neuralink patients. Elon Musk startup received FDA approval earlier this year to start human trials. The brain chip startup hosts the implanted device that act as a Fitbit inside your skull. Um, so you know they're actually having it's aimed to operate on 11 people next year, 20,000 by 2030. They visited Neuralink's facilities 10 times in 3 years and said, like you said, the company's making hella advances. So earlier this year, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, now this guy's probably swept in the rug, FDA approved to launch human trials of its device, described as the Fitbit for your skull. And FDA has previously rejected Neuralink's bid for human testing in March over safety concerns, including the wires connected to the brain chip that can move within the subject's head, or that chip could overheat. So the chip could
Oh,
overheat in your brain. In September,
it
the
could.
company began, yeah, man. I said in September, the company began recruiting for its first human trial, and that it was looking for people who had paralysis in all four limbs because of a spinal cord injury or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. The company says it hopes to eventually make a device that will create a sort of symbiosis between humans and machines that will allow people to send messages or play games using only their thoughts. But first, the company says it hopes to help people with neurological disorders. What do you think about that?
Hmm. Now I think I'm gonna stick to wearing my Fitbit on my wrist, man. Yeah. It started to look like the Apple Watch now and stuff. Yeah, I'm good.
They trying to change people to the Borg, ain't it?
Nigga on the Max Headroom side of the game.
Star Trek
Nigga
in this bitch, the Borg. Star Trek's in this. Yeah, man. The thing that kind of poked my antennas up, that's how they got denied to do it earlier by the FDA, and then all of a sudden the FDA said, "No, go ahead and do it." Now the FDA said they didn't approve it because the chip could heat up in your brain and essentially kill your ass.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so what kind of advances did they make all of a sudden now? You know what I'm saying, did they make to say, well, we can approve it? Or in my thoughts, I think basically money made it kind of get through. Some hands
Yeah,
got
yeah.
squeezed.
They found themselves a willing open test market. I mean, because the quadriplegics, you know what I'm saying? They're like, might as well. I don't know, but a whole lot has happened in a year as far as like the development of this shit. So
Yeah, man. And who are the people that are going to be doing this, the human trials? My thoughts is normally in this country has had a history of basically using us as guinea pigs, from the Tuskegee experiments, right, all the way up to COVID. I mean, or the jab. I'm sorry, the jab. I'm gonna edit that out. The jab, the stibbity stock. Because remember, they was coming to us like, oh, y'all the reason y'all need to get it first. So, so in my thoughts are they basically gonna try to pay some people that look like me and you some money who are probably struggling, and say, hey man, put this chip in your head for, you only got to put it in there for a couple months, and we'll pay you X amount of dollars or whatever. So another thing that stuck out to me is that they want to blend man and machine. They want a symbiosis between humans and machines. Now I see. Let me backtrack. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Let me backtrack. I lost my train of thought. The reason I think they did, the FDA finally approved it, was because they put it under the guise of helping people with neurological disorders. You get what I'm saying? They said the candidates, they looking for people who are who are paralyzed, basically, who have paralysis.
Like they try to improve quality of life.
Right. So you know what? We couldn't slip it in straight in your face like we wanted to the first time. They denied it. So the second time we could put it under the guise of, well, we're trying to help, people amputee, or not amputees, but people with paralysis.
They come to the back door.
Right. I think this is dangerous, man. This is that crazy. Mm-hmm. This is that crazy stuff they talk about in the future and stuff. I mean,
I was just saying, I ain't trying to cook my brain just for some little swiping relief. No, I'm good.
And they taking a slice out of your brain. They're removing a slight portion of your skull.
Yeah.
To put it in. So it said it'd take a couple hours for the surgeon to perform the craniectomy, and then about 25 minutes for the robot to insert the device, along with this ultra thin array of about 64 threads. He said the device will replace the portion of the skull that had been removed. Vance added that the threads were about 1/14 the width of a single strand of human hair. So that's how they try to sell you, like, oh, it's so little you won't even notice there. Vance, bro, you won't even know it's there. So it's thinner than the strand of hair, human hair. You won't even know the 64 strands. You won't even feel that shit.
They put a trap door in your head.
They got your head like them back out, long johns, the long johns with the two the back and shit. That's your shit.
Outhouse edition.
Got a flap in the back of your shit. Let me pull my hair back real quick. Put my shit rebooting and shit. You hitting your
my shit heating up. I got exhaust on that motherfucker.
Yeah, look, women ain't gonna be patting their heads because their head is gonna be, my services. Pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I what I'm against getting that, because to me it's just a way for them to control you. Like, for instance, I said before, tenfold, you see the bottom of the screen. I said before that they possibly or allegedly will you want to implement this because they want to use this. They go use this in the judicial system. So or like, let's say if you do a crime or if you do anything wrong, they could zap you from wherever. They could be like, you know what, terminate this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a movie like that. I can't remember what movie.
Squad. Yeah.
Remember they could just be like, whoop, hit a computer button, boop, turn him off.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You too far away.
You know what I'm saying? Or let's say you do an offense. They gonna say, well, we can use it instead of housing people in jails and spending all that money, we can implant this chip in their head, and instead of you going to a jail cell, you could be in your home and we'll just turn you off for 5 years. So you just in that bitch just like this and shit for 5 years. We'll turn you off for 5 years and then we'll turn you back on. So we don't have to feed you, we don't have to clothe you. We can just put them in a little case, you know what I'm saying?
Spaces.
I'm telling you, this is I feel like allegedly this is where this is going. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna use it, especially on us. Like, hey, we got game power. We just put a chip in them. You know what I'm saying? Put a chip in them, and also, you know what they can use that chip for? Let's say, how about they want to use you for a crime? Like, okay, now I'm operating this motherfucker now. Now you moving around and shit. They operating your ass. Walk over here. Go do
Pacific
this.
Rim.
Look. For instance, now this is allegedly, and I'm just, hey, I'm just like, I'm on some science fiction shit, y'all. So this ain't real. What if they don't like the leadership in office? They could program somebody to take that leadership out.
Manchurian Candidate.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying straight up, man. This is the real life Manchurian Candidate shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know what I'm saying, you could do that for anybody. Or let's say we got all these hackers out here. What if a motherfucker hacking your brain and make you do a crime and shit? And then you come back online, you like, motherfucker, you didn't kill 4 people. You like, when? You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise and shit.
I mean, they hack everything else. Why wouldn't they be able to hack in your brain? Somebody gonna figure that out soon. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm against man mixing with machine to that extent where it's becoming a part of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm against that. I don't want to have no longer. I don't mind, like, let's say if it's an amputee and they got a new arm that, you know what I'm saying, they could put on and make it look human. That's cool. Or something, right? Yeah, motherfucker. But I'm not cool with them putting nothing in your brain. Your brain, that's the wheelhouse. That's where you get all your control for everything at. So who's to say they can control you to do something that you don't want to do? Who's to say they can control, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. Now the scariest thing about about it is that overheat possibility, because this phone tech heats up pretty easily, and I'm sure under the skull it don't take too much of a temperature change to really throw a lot of stuff off.
Yeah, you fucking with your brain. So yeah, I mean,
that's your yoke.
Right, man. Right, yeah, man. I mean, like you said, let us know in the comments below what y'all think and feel.
This thing went off the deep end in the first quarter.
Let us know what you think and feel. You know, we always have to pay attention because remember we had covered before the racist AI and all that kind of stuff. So keep your eye on technology, man. Technology these movies with all this technology will tell you a lot about where things are going.
They out there prophesizing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to pay attention, read the signs, man, and stay on top of stuff. Moving right along. We in the holiday season right now, y'all. A lot has been going on. We've had Halloween pass. Now we're entering the Thanksgiving, Christmas season. You know, getting together with our families and friends and everything, sharing memories and over food. One of the beautiful things about being in this country, being an American and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but there is also we have a high gun rate, you know, in this country. Everybody and their mama got a weapon right now. There is a interesting story, man. There's a dentist out here. There's an orthodontist who's offering a free gun. Well, actually, let me track that. That's part of my other story. But the turkey side of the game, there is a roofer who's offering an AR-15 and a turkey for business. It says business has picked up Roof Easy after 2 days of the promotion, which offers an AR-15 and a frozen turkey to customers who buy a roof. So they offering free AR-15s with a purchase of a new roof. What are your thoughts on the turkey and the 15, the butterball?
Yeah, I ain't no gun guy. That gun cute as hell though, but I ain't no gun guy. But yeah, that's a nice. That's nice.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think a lot of people, there's a lot of outrage over this. It's called Roof and Gobble promotion. There's a lot of outrage over this because the owner says everybody should have an AR-15. Everybody should have the means to protect their homes. But my thoughts is this: people don't need no damn military grade weapon to protect their homes, man. You don't need a military grade weapon. You know, a revolver, any kind of handgun, a revolver should be more than enough to protect you and your home. If you have to go, even if you want something a little bit bigger, you can get a hunting rifle. You can get a hunting rifle, or you can get a shotgun. You know what I'm saying? But when you start getting to military grade weapons, I see that's the reason to me we have a lot of these shootings and killings. You know, they always go in the stores shooting up people and stuff like that with these military grade weapons. But you know, of course, like now, you know, there's so many on the streets that's is flooded with. I don't know how you get rid of them, but I'm just saying I think this is the wrong way to go. As far as, you know, protecting yourself. I don't, like I said, I'm not a big gun enthusiast, but I do believe you should be able to own a firearm to protect your home. But I don't think you need a damn military grade weapon to do so. What's your thoughts on it now? Breathe, man.
I know, man.
They get it out.
Hair in my throat or something. No, but yeah, man. Hey, look, you know how I feel. I agree with the right to have a gun, but you don't have to if you don't want to. But yeah, they trying to batten down the hatches out there, ain't they?
Right. You know, it's one of the most popular weapons in the country right now, AR-15. But also it's one of the main weapons that's shooting up kids, shooting up whole.
Hell yeah, it's like they armored themselves for the last Civil War and shit.
You know, and that's one thing that you know, and one of the other things when you got a military grade weapon, that's for war. And what I mean by that is those bullets go every fucking where. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they go every goddamn where. So even if you hitting your target, that shit can go through the door, hit your neighbor, and kill their ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I don't believe civilians need military grade weapons. Nothing, like I say, nothing wrong with a handgun, a revolver, even a shotgun or a hunting rifle. You know what I'm saying? That should be the extent right there. You know what I mean? To protect your home or
20-06 or something.
You know, yeah, I don't think you need a 50 round or 100 round drum to protect you. You know, you shouldn't need, but you know what? It's so many military grade weapons. Some people could say it's so many military grade weapons on the street that you do need that. So you know, I wasn't, I'm, you know, so I wasn't really cool with that promotion. But there was a dentist who was saying, in North Carolina, by the way, who's saying that he offers a free gun with Invisalign treatment, and it's causing a stir nationwide. That, you know, so an orthodontist office in North Carolina stirred up controversy with its new grins and guns promotion. Oh, grins and Glocks. I'm sorry, grins and Glocks promotion. A deal offering guns to patients along with certain dental procedures. Yeah. So if you get Invisalign, they get to choose between a free Glock worth $500 or a membership at the local Gunsville gun club and range. The promotion was originally offered to people already on the club's email list, but it began drawing widespread attention as locals called it win. So Dr. Dale will be paying for purchase membership. So now, so you know, they only have to have a valid driver's license because you don't need a gun permit here in the state of North Carolina. You don't need that. You just need an ID, a state ID, some kind of form of ID. So what do you think about that? To me, so like you said, they offering weapons to come in and get business. Like, okay, well, if you get Invisalign, you get to pick a free Glock out. You know,
I'll take
so he's at least giving a handgun away. Huh?
I said I'll take the bread for $500.
You said you take the $500. No, the gun is worth $500. He ain't giving that up. You either get to pick
I
between.
I thought you said a gun or 500 or a membership to the gun.
No, it's worth. It's worth either you get to pick the Glock worth $500 or a membership to the gun club. So, or you can take the gun and sell it. Yeah, you can take the gun and sell it though. You know what I'm saying?
Take straight to the motherfucking pawn shop.
Hell yeah, get the paper out of it. If you know, but I mean, I don't know, man. It's just odd to me that, you know what I'm saying, you would think with all this stuff going on, people getting killed, shot up, you know what I'm saying, these, just like the Maine shooter, the dude from Maine who just shot up, so that these people will be offering. See, that's, you know what I'm saying? So the same, that's my thoughts, is the same people who don't look like me and you who saying, oh man, oh my God, this is such a tragedy. Sandy Hook, oh my God, Uvalde, oh my God, man. These are the same people when it's time to vote. Oh yeah, we won't. We give more. Give us more. Give us more. Because you know why? They scared of people who look like me and you. So they said we need this. We need this. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to, man. That's what it really boils down to.
Yeah.
You know, they have this boogeyman mentality, like this is some black boogeyman out there who's going to do something to me and my family. So I need to carry grade weapons. When the real boogeyman look like they ass.
Hey, guilty conscience got their mind playing tricks on them and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up, you know. But moving right along, leave your comments and thoughts below. Would you rather have a turkey? Would you rather have a frozen turkey and an AR for Thanksgiving? Or, you know, or would you go ahead and get the Invisaligns and get the Glock? Who, let us know. Shit, you know. Moving moving right along, we're gonna jump into some entertainment news real quick. Your girl KEKE Palmer is in the news. Her baby daddy. Remember, they were in the news before for the Usher thing. You know, he was like, "Damn, you got the see-through dress on, Usher singing to you and shit." Unfortunately, they're in the news. As you see on the other picture, you see him together with the baby. On one picture, on the other side, you see him putting them hands on her.
Oh, daddy.
On the couch. Yeah, they had cameras in their crib and stuff. So the camera caught, you know, a little domestic dispute going on or whatnot. KEKE Palmer.
Hey, I should not be laughing, man. Put up allegedly.
It's on there. KEKE Palmer shares graphic photos of alleged abuse from dangerous ex Darius Jackson in court docs. Now, the reason this is significant, you see, he got her jammed up on the couch. That's her, the ball headed one on the couch right there.
Hey, that's called fat meat is greasy.
You see. Now that's jacked up. I'm just saying that's jacked up that happened to her. I don't like to see no couples fighting, you know what I'm saying, going through domestic and stuff. But I'm saying, you know, what the thing is that behind this, black men, they trying to say blame it on black men, but the thing is, dude ain't even black. You know what I'm saying? His mother is, I guess he ain't FBA. He's, I think his mother is Filipino or Panamanian, and his dad, he was raised by FBA father, allegedly. I don't know if he is or not. Basically from the social media, they're saying that his dad who raised them is his stepdad, and his stepdad is an FBA brother, and his mother is a Panamanian sister, or Filipino or Panamanian sister, but his biologically he's not FB, you know, he ain't one of us. Because, you know what I'm saying, but there's been uproar on, like, you know, social media saying that the women say, "Oh, look at black men, they beat up and people, brothers, we pushing back saying that no, he ain't no black man, he ain't one of us, don't put him on us." What do you feel about that? Because on one hand, it's people who are Panamanian who saying that they are black. They like, well, Panama is just a country. I'm fucking black. It's white Panamanians and black Panamanians. You know what I'm saying? So how could he not be black or whatever? So, but what are your thoughts? So either way, I really don't. Either way, he's in a fucked up situation. I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, man, domestic violence, man. That has no place in our homes. But
yeah,
that's kind of funny though.
Yeah, man.
Hey, that should be Will and Jada house.
Yeah, man. So she got granted temporary sole custody of their son with no visitation for unhinged ex Darius Jackson. KEKE Palmer accuses Darius Jackson of abuse and files restraining order. You won't believe how cheap last minute KEKE Palmer concert tickets are. Somebody's saying. Her mother got on KEKE Palmer mother got on social media defending her. As the post previously posted, Palmer 30 accused Jackson 29 of abuse. They began dating in 2021, welcomed their son, Leotis, less than 2 years later. And yeah, their son name is Leotis. Basically, they called it quit. Report surfaced August that the couple called it quits after publicly shame after he publicly shamed her outfit at the Usher concert. However, they did not break up for good until October record show. So yeah, man, not a good situation. I feel, you know what? I feel the brothers though, like, man, I don't like that being dumped on us. Like, say, oh well, look at what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Now he might be a brother. I don't know. We don't know. So we gonna put allegedly because the verdict is still out. I do all the information I got. That's all the information I got on social media, y'all, for now. But I'm just saying. Yet and still, I'm saying that the dude is in a bad situation. Brothers, young brothers, if you're in a situation where it gets that bad, the best thing to do is just, man, get up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? I know in the heat of the battle, it's hard to sometimes, you know, you don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that in that situation, as being a man, because being you are men, that the best thing for a young brother to do in that situation is to go ahead and go for a walk, go to your parents' crib, go to your homeboy crib, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before if you get to the point you feel like you got to put a hands on the female, it's time to bounce out. You know, you dip out the crib for a while. You know what I mean?
It's already too late. But yeah, man, domestic violence, man, it's totally unacceptable. But I mean, brother, not man, he should know better because he was raised with FBA values, and he should know.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, allegedly, yeah. But yeah, man, it's like, yeah, the game is rigged to be trying to put it on the line like that. And then you know, inside their house, it's gonna be cameras anyway, you know, just to protect herself. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. You shouldn't look at he all on top of her on the couch and stuff, got her hemmed up on the couch. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they like that Miami Dolphins at play.
yeah. Like she tackled on the couch and whatnot, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. I mean, like I said, if it get to a point where you that mad, you like feel you about to try to do something, like you should just go ahead and bounce, man. Even if she says something hurtful to you, because sometimes
you know she hit him with a sizzling ball.
You know, because that's most of the time that's women's defense, because women know they physically can't harm you, so they have to, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna jab at you at the heart or emotions or tell you things. Right, like, you know, your mama never liked you. Like, damn, bitch, I told you what? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's probably why your uncle touched your ass.
Right. You know, they'll hit below the belt, you know what I'm saying? But even if somebody do that, you gotta have the self-discipline and awareness enough to walk away from it, you know what I'm saying, and like understand, you know what I'm saying, understand that they saying that stuff to hurt you. So it's best that you go ahead, or sometimes you might need a couple days. You might need to leave for a couple days, you know what I'm saying, to let things kind of die down, let it die down, then come back together and try to talk it out, you know what I'm saying? So young brothers in that situation, man, I wouldn't say do that at all. I would say go ahead. The best thing you could do is go ahead and walk up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And if you get, let's say if you were one of those who you trying to leave, she trying to keep you there. I mean, I would say the best thing to do is to try to get her off you, but in the kindest way. Don't just elbow her, get your ass off. The kindest way, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Hey, put her hands to herself, like, nope, keep your hands to yourself. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? Or if she keeps coming at you, it might be a thing you might have to call the laws and be like, hey, look, I'm trying to leave the crib. Remember when Mike kept saying you walking down the street, your bathrobe stuff? Hey, I'm in 2260. She put her hands on me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You might have to do that, man. Hopefully it ain't extreme where you got to call the laws to get up out of there. You know, like, hey, man, she restraining me. She won't even let me leave the house. I'm trying to leave. And she physically putting herself in front of me and I don't want to put my hands on her. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do, like I said, in those situations is to probably go ahead and leave. Let things, cooler heads always prevail. So let things leave. Let things die down. Even if you got kids, then don't be like, give me my son. I want my son. Remember baby boy? Yeah. Boy like, I want to see my son. I want to see my daddy. He's like, I want to see my son. Like, get your ass. You know what I'm saying? You be, what do you want from me? You be doing a Tyrese. So the best thing to do, like, look, if you're in that situation where you bamming outside the door, don't do that either. Like, let me in, give me my. Don't do that.
He
Don't
said
do that.
niggas knocking till their knuckles bleed out.
Don't do that. Don't kick you in the door. She got a dude over there around you. Don't do none of that. Best thing to do is to leave. Or if you want to see your son, do it the legal way. Call the laws. Get your lawyer and say, hey, she's restricting me. You know what I'm saying? Always try to do. I mean, I know it's hard. I've been there myself, y'all. I know it's hard, but you have to abide by the law. You have to do things by the law. Because we don't get a fair shake anyway. So you already giving yourself a strike if you already got a strike because you look like you and you a man. Then two, you're gonna get another strike by kicking her door in and fucking up everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? So then you really ain't gonna be able to see your son, or your daughter. So the best thing to do is to okay, I'm gonna record this. You're not letting me see my son. I'm gonna take this to my lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And go, just do it the right way, man. Don't get yourself hemmed up and they'll end up paying more to get yourself out and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. But leave your comments and thoughts below. Do you think this is a stigma on black men that we smacking women up and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Even Tina Turner said Ike Turner wasn't even really that bad. That was the movie who kind of over exaggerated shit.
He's the artistic liberty.
Right. She came out later on and said that he wasn't as bad as they portrayed him. You know what I'm saying? So that should tell you something if she said that. You know what I mean? Like, well, he was bad, but damn, he wasn't that damn bad. You know what I'm saying?
He said Larry Fishburne did a good job.
But yeah, leave your thoughts and comments below.
Yep, hit the buttons, fam.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She said he did a good job of acting, but she said that they exaggerated that, like, that I wasn't beating her up like that. He wasn't just bam. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I want to say the whole car fight thing was fabricated too. I think she said that, like, that was exaggerated. That whole car thing was kind of exaggeration. Like, that didn't happen like that. We wasn't duking it out in the car like that. You know what I'm saying? So she said he was abusive, but she was like, the way they portrayed him was way more than, you know what I'm saying, what she even recalled happened to her. So
like he was a tyrant.
Yeah, you know how they do that. Yeah. Now, speaking of Ike Turner type shit, we know that a lot of us in our community, some of us in our community, have spouses and mates of different racial backgrounds. And we notice a lot of times with the sisters that they'll get, with somebody outside the race, preferably usually, you know what I'm saying, a zaddy, or they say, or a white dude who, like black woman, whatever. I'm just saying, now this is allegedly, but you can follow up, you can look on Google. Usually you see these cases where the sister comes up missing and she got a white dude and she ended up dead. That's usually what happens. We've been seeing more and more of those cases like that. Or, you know what I'm saying, and the dude never get charged. He never get charged. He don't even get taken in as a suspect. Remember that one who didn't even, he was like the last person she was with. And then all of a sudden the family was like, he the one who did it. And they like, well, we really don't know if he did it.
Yeah. So,
not saying that against any kind of interracial, you know what I'm saying, marriages or anything like that. But I'm just saying, I this is just documented, just facts out here. Now, there was as you all know, if you watched the NFL, or if you don't watch the NFL, there was a football player by the name of Ray Rice who was married to a sister, and he's a black dude. Him and his wife had an incident in the elevator where he knocked her out, domestic violence, and he was immediately terminated from the league. He was immediately, even after the fact, his wife came out and said she forgave him, and they still together to this day, and you know what I'm saying. She forgave him, but they weren't trying to hear that. It was on camera, and on camera it did look bad. It looked really bad. You know what I'm saying? And he was kind of blacklisted from the league. Anything like that. It was like immediate. It didn't take no time. Nobody said, "Well, we got to gather all the facts." It was like, "Oh, we got the video. Look, he knocked her out. That's it."
Yeah. They suspended him, but he had a way back because he cooperated throughout the investigation. But then the video came out,
Right, right. Because remember, his wife was part of the investigation, and she said she spoke up for him,
Yeah.
saying that hey, we had a fight, we had an argument. I'm still sticking with him. We get marriage counseling. We're working through things. I was, mad. All the things that couples will go through who incident like that would happen to. We taking steps to better our relationship. But nobody cared. He was like, nope, we pursuing them, we prosecuting them. Because as you and I both well know, the state will say, even though you say it's all good, we ain't saying it's all good. The state can still pursue the charges.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? On behalf of the victim. Even if the victim is saying, hey, I'm good. I don't want the charges. You know what I'm saying? I want to move on from it and work through it. They say, okay, well, that's all right. We're still going to pursue them. Now, and this was immediate. It didn't take months. It didn't take a year, did it?
Nope.
It was another incident that happened. It was an offensive lineman. He's a white guy for the Seahawks. Now he had a black girlfriend and he beat the shit out of her. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it like that because that's what he did. He beat the dog mess out of her. And he was still able to play. I think he played for a couple games after the incident. If I'm mistaken, I think he played for 1 to 3 games after that. Maybe at the most 3. I say at the less 1. He played at least 1 or 3 games before he got suspended. So he wasn't immediately suspended to my recollection or knowledge. It was like 1 or 3 games after that. And he wasn't immediately thrown out by the NFL or anything like that. They said, we got to see the investigation. We got to, because I guess it was no video they trying to claim. So we don't know if it's he say, she say. Well, just take a look at the pictures yourself and you see, and this woman was in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You see him and her on the side there. She's zaddied up with him. You know what I'm saying? She's zaddied up with him. She thinking, oh, this better than being with him. I'm not gonna say she thought it's better to being a brother, but that's just the look on her face like, oh, I like this better than being with a brother. But I'm just playing. I don't know, y'all. But I don't know her mindset. So allegedly, I'm just joking. But as you see on the right side, what she looked like after she been in the bar fight, she looked like she been in the bar fight. Her face is all puffed up. She looked like 2 different people. You know what I'm saying? As you see from there.
Yeah, you tapped for that nose bone.
Yeah. Now think about this. Now he did that. And he wasn't immediately suspended or nothing like that. They said they had to get more information. They always have all these they always get the explaining like, oh, well, we got to look more into it. We don't know. Oh man, it could be he say, she say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the same day.
I mean, right, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So
search on their names.
That's what he sure did. So ex-NFL offensive lineman Chad Wheeler has been found guilty of domestic violence. This after he was accused of nearly killing his girlfriend during a bipolar episode. Now listen, you hear what they said. Nearly killing his girlfriend through a bipolar episode. They already caping for him. They already caping for him. A bipolar episode. They're trying to massage you into thinking, oh, well, he had mental health issues. Let me massage you into thinking the way we want you to think. When we up on charges, we're gonna be on code. So let's go ahead and massage you people into thinking. Let me massage you. He was bipolar. He had mental issues. Don't blame him.
Copy, please.
You know what I'm saying? Think about how they see. You see how they worded that. Now, if he was any other person, it would have just said he was accused of nearly killing his girlfriend in 2021. It wouldn't even say it. No, if he was black, it wouldn't even said that. I'm gonna actually pull up an article and show you the difference. So yeah. So a jury in King County, Washington, came back on Thursday with the verdict. Now think about this. This happened in 2021. 2 years ago. 2 whole fucking years ago. Now people can say, "Oh, we had COVID going on in 2021, man." It took 2 years for them.
It was played.
You know what I'm saying? It took 2 years. Ray Rice, same year. Ain't no waiting. It wasn't no waiting. It wasn't no. We got to see what's going on. We got to make sure they know he's. It was immediate, immediate. And you could say, well, they had video. Well, they had pictures of his girlfriend face. Remember, them pictures they knew. Them pictures came out right when it happened.
Around them motherfuckers already.
Right, exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that just shows you when people. I hate when people say, "Oh, well, man, it ain't no racism. It's all in y'all head." You can see the writing is on the wall. It's right in plain sight. I mean, think about that. Yeah, the context. Look at that shit. So they automatically start explaining it for him. Just remember we did the story on the main shooter. They said the same thing after that. Remember, I said immediately after that shit came out, the next story was he has mental health issues. Instantly. So this, we don't got that in our DNA. We got mental health issues if we do something fucked up. Okay. So check this out. Now, it said the King County, Washington, jury in King County came back with the Thursday verdict, formally finding Wheeler guilty of 1 count of first-degree domestic violence and 1 count of second-degree domestic violence. They did, however, issue a not guilty verdict on a charge of unlawful imprisonment. So they gave him not guilty on unlawful imprisonment, meaning he was keeping her hostage, which he did. Because remember, in the original article, he was beating her up and she couldn't leave. He beat her up in the crib and he wouldn't let her leave. I think if memory serves me correct, she was trying to leave the crib and then he had the so-called episode. And so they say they let him skip on the kidnapping charges or confinement. I'm sorry, not kidnapping, confinement charges. They let him skip on those. So you know what I'm saying? They always get away with something. Wheeler was remanded in custody following the ruling, and he's now set for sentencing on December 14th. According to the spokesman for the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office, a mandatory minimum sentence of 5 years for the first-degree charge after the jury found Wheeler used force of means likely to result in death. The spokesperson said they can also now seek a sentence above the standard range for the second-degree charge. The conclusion in the case comes nearly 3 years after Aaliyah Taylor said she sustained serious injuries. So that's my bad, y'all. Not even 2 years, 3 years after she sustained her injuries in their Washington apartment on January 22nd, 2021. Taylor alleged Wheeler, who she had been dating for 6 months at the time of the incident, demanded she bow down to him. And when she didn't comply, he attacked her and choked her within an inch of her life.
I remember the story.
Y'all gonna learn about getting. Y'all gonna learn about. I'm just saying, man. I'm not. Remember, I told y'all before. I'm not against interracial relationships at all. I believe that But what I am against is if you lay down with somebody, when you get up out that bed, you better be B1. Because
hey man,
you can't tell me that ain't.
I have experience in that field, man, and you gotta have a special level of self-awareness because it's a little bit more high speed than black and black relationship. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah,
it's more complicated. It's more complicated. That's a good
right. Yeah. I'm sure it is culture wise. But think about this. He wanted her to bow down. Now, kneel at your white guy. Kneel at me. So think about this. He already had those thoughts in his head about her when he first started dating her. To me, this is a fetish relationship. I want to see how that black thing tastes. So let me get with one. But really, I'm your king. I'm bow down. You see me? Because think about this. I'm sure he would, if his girlfriend was a white girl, I'm sure he wouldn't tell her to bow down. I'm sure he would. I know he wouldn't have did that shit. I know he wouldn't have.
Yeah, they got into an argument. Hey, allegedly, they got into an argument. He said, you beneath me anyway. Matter of fact, bow your ass down.
Exactly. No, you said it right, bro. Yeah, exactly. and he choked her within an inch of her life. Now, Taylor says she sustained a concussion and an arm injury that required bolts and a steel plate to fix. So he did damn near broke her arm.
He
Pulling
had
machete,
her
they steel
a fist
rod.
fight.
Right. So following Thursday's ruling, she posted a statement on X saying, "I finally have justice." For this part, Wheeler, who played for the Giants and the Seahawks, had a brief NFL career, had initially blamed everything on a manic episode and went on to plead not guilty to the charges. So he knew he possibly could have got off on the charges. You know what I'm saying? He knew he like, well, maybe I get lucky like Kyle. Maybe the judge would be like, do me like Rittenhouse and shit, and make me his grandson, and but yeah, he immediately said,
Monopoly protection card and shit.
"Oh man, I had a manic episode. I didn't even know I did that to her. I'm depressed."
I looked up and my hands was around the neck.
Right. He told her to bow down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let us know y'all thoughts and comments about that case. We're gonna follow up on that case and see what.
Hell yeah.
See, because my thought. Let me see my last thought, and I'm gonna let you get yours. My thought is it's gonna be the trick bag. They go give him a year. He might get a year probation, maybe 2 years, 1 probation, 1 year served, 6 months served, 2 or 3 years of probation. I'm sure he gonna get a slap on the wrist. I guarantee. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it. He ain't about to get that
suspended sentence.
They talk about the minimum is 5 years, and they seeking to get more than 5 years. I guarantee he don't even do the 5 years, the minimum. I guarantee he don't even get the minimum.
You don't think so?
I would be surprised. I'd be surprised if he gets at least 5 years. I would be surprised. I'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? And then think about it. That is like they talk about domestic violence. That's second-degree murder, ain't it?
Attempted
like
murder.
You choke somebody within an inch of their life, like them dying. Ain't that like
normally it would be attempted murder or attempted manslaughter.
So how is this a domestic abuse charge? It ain't like he slapped. I just slapped the shit out of her or whatever. This motherfucker damn near killed this lady, and he's already getting a slap on the wrist by putting it under domestic violence.
I don't know. They're gonna get a bigger pound of flesh. Probably half the time, he gonna find a way to get out between 2 and 3 years.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Look at that sister, man.
Hey, she look like she just saw death almost.
Right. Exactly. Like in the other picture, she's like, "Oh, I'm happy. Everything's working out." Other picture, like,
"It's over now."
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, man. That's what I say. Nothing wrong. Hey, you love who you love. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, make sure, like you said, it's a complicated dynamic. So just make sure you and that other person understand y'all cultural differences, and you stay B1, man. Because sometimes, and I expect that from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. She's a woman, so if she's got a man, she's gonna have a man leading her. So now you up under a man who's technically a SWS, a suspected white supremacist. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. But you ain't paying attention to the signs and shit of the shit. So you up under this motherfucker, and then finally, like you said, a real argument happened. Either the N word with the hard R come out, or you get bow down to me. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a slave, like she's a slave or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So. Like, man, you really in those type of relationships, I just believe you really have to vet the person that you with. You really gonna have to vet them, because I got people in my family in interracial relationships, interracial relationships, and things like that. So, my family ain't immune to it. You know what I'm saying? I got people in my family with it.
You say immune to it. I used to play.
I mean. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody's vaccines and shit. Nobody. It could happen. But just, but those, I will say to people, just make sure, like now, some people in my family who's in those relationships, they ain't B1. I'll admittedly say that. I don't think they be in B1. I don't know. But then again, I'm not around them enough to really give my judgment. But eye test wise, and what I see.
Eye test.
Eye test wise, what I see.
You got to go by, man.
Right. Eye test wise, some of them don't look good. Some of it is like,
Smell
I'm,
test and the eye test.
you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side, if my family member happy, you know what I'm saying, and they ain't saying if they ain't undermining, B1, then I'm okay with it. It's all good to me. But like I said, just make sure you're not pushed to put your important, your culture in a box. Like, oh no, you put your culture away. Now you're under
Up
mine.
on the shelf.
Yeah, you put your shit on the shelf and shit. Yeah, so that's all it is, man. And I think it should work both ways. I think meaning that person you with outside of the culture should understand that and be sensitive to that and be like, well, I do understand that. You know what I'm saying? You people, black folks have been through a lot in this country, and I understand, and what I'm saying, I'm gonna be sensitive to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't understand everything. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you could put them up on game on things and different things like that. If y'all are real, you know what I'm saying, if y'all got a real strong bond. Now, if you don't, because remember we saw another sister who remember her husband, and this is her husband, he started going hard, talking like, I guess he was some type of Trump or MAGA supporter, or like the radical MAGA Trump supporters, and he started saying the hard R, N word, on his social media, and she saw that shit, was like, damn, when he started saying that, he been doing this shit.
By the time you on social media spitting out talking points,
right? Like, remember she called him out on it on social media, like, man, I don't approve nothing he's saying. I can't believe he said this stuff. So you got it. To me, in my head, she didn't do enough vetting. She didn't do enough vetting early on, and she would have been able to see
she
that.
knew it. She was just blind eye game. I'm telling you.
Oh
That
yeah,
bitch
you
knew.
said
Ain't
she
no
knew.
way you can't miss that shit coming in the front door, man.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right, brother. You know what? I give it up to you. You're right on that. But moving right along, another story. Another story for you. Now this one is kind of messed up too. Our brother, man, from the riverboat.
Oh yeah, man.
Now you see here, our riverboat captain, our brother, then took a shot to the face first, as you see, and he's up on 3 felony charges, I believe. They charging him.
That nigga he threw one of them Gardner Minshew's. Look at his feet.
Right. He off the ground and shit. And so you got a picture of this. You got a picture of this brother getting stolen in the face, and how the hell is he facing any charges? For the aftermath of what happened out there. You know what I'm saying? He was out there fighting, like you said, fighting for his life. He's surrounded, they jumping him and everything. So how in the hell? That's how I'm saying. There is no way that he should be charged with anything. So riverboat captain attacked in massive Alabama dock brawl now faces assault charges. The Alabama riverboat captain, who was attacked by unruly boaters, is now facing an assault rap stemming from a complaint lodged by another man charged in the melee. Damian Pickett was charged with the third-degree assault on October 26, more than 2 months after the WWE-style brawl on the dock. Montgomery officials stressed they didn't bring the charges against Pickett. So Montgomery officials saying they can only consider him a victim in the case. The complainant is Zachary Shipman, who was among numerous people charged in the case. So one of the people who jumped him is charging him, and they going after him. See what I'm saying? Those charges should be thrown out.
Yeah, that's a trick,
the city of Montgomery,
right?
Montgomery Police Department have been made aware that one of the individuals, right? So the city of Montgomery and the police department have been made aware that one of the vendor charges against Harriet to co-captain Damian Pickett. Neither the city, I'm sorry, y'all, neither the city nor the police department filed these charges. A person can lodge a misdemeanor complaint and have a magistrate issue a summons that the accused person must answer in Alabama. That's it, which was explained to NBC. So basically, involved a group of white boaters that went after Pickett, who was black, and another white boat dock worker, before it morphed into the large scale throwdown. The fight was sparked by Boca Doc. Pickett had told investigators that he didn't believe race played a role in the incident. Now, he shouldn't have did that shit. He should never say race didn't play a role because we damn near know it did. Shipman,
Hell yeah.
that's one thing. Let me stop it there. That's one thing. That's one thing I don't like. Let me stop it right there. That's one thing. Now, I don't know if now I'm reading this from the New York Post, so I don't know if this is true or not. So allegedly, but this is one thing I want y'all to know. Black folks, when you are assaulted by white people, quit saying it's not fucking racial, because you know damn near it's fucking racial. Just like with your boy in Texas, old girl who killed the brother, the non-FBA brother who's eating ice cream in his apartment, and then his family at the court hugging her, they hugging her, combing her hair and all this shit. Quit doing that shit, y'all. Quit doing that shit. Quit saying, "Oh, it wasn't." Quit being scared to say something is racial, because there's no way.
That was Church of Skins game if I ever seen one.
Right now, people could say, "Well, it wasn't racial. They fought the white dock worker too. They fought him because he was sticking up for somebody black. That's why they got him. Oh, you a nigga lover?
Yeah.
We got something for you too."
He got off cold.
Remember the little boy, because he was a little boy. He was only like 15. Remember he got hit and he rolled off because he tried to jump in and help him. Remember because he's a kid. He was trying to jump in to help him, but then they hit him, so he rolled off. And then that's when the other brother came down there, remember, and started jumping in and helping the dude and stuff, because he was a grown man. But quit saying when you get harassed or so white people do something for you. I can understand maybe sometimes it's not racial, but that's very little. That's very little. I think 95% of the time it got to do with your fucking race. Because I guarantee if that captain down there was a good old boy who they knew, or even just a good old boy, they would have moved that fucking boat, no problem. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like, he was like, "Hey man, move the boat." They would have, "All right, okay, my bad."
Yeah, all he had to do was this over here.
Right. It's just the fact that you got to understand, this is Mississippi, and you got some white men who don't want a black man to tell them to do shit. You get what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you ain't over me. Who are you to tell me something? Black, you know what I'm saying? That's why they think, you know. So,
I think he is.
Yeah, man. Exactly. They like, just because you the doc person don't mean shit to me. I'm white, you black.
Yeah, they have that.
And that's how I'm just saying. Because think about it. Think about it. You know, I mean, how could it not be racial? They stole on him. If it wasn't racial, to me, you know what? If it wasn't racial, even if they didn't move the boat or whatever, they wouldn't have stole on him. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even try to jump him or nothing. They would have just been some assholes. Like, "Oh, fuck you."
Or maybe had it stayed a one-on-one fight, then I would say it wasn't racial. Or at least I'd be able to take it into consideration. But then once you get the jump on there, and then once the old lady jump in there, you know, it starts to, you know, one of these things doing their own thing type shit.
And once he failed, remember after he failed, they jumped him. They was kicking and punching him on the ground.
Yeah, they was trying to
Even the woman was kicking and punching him. Even the woman was kicking and punching him on the ground. So, like, what could he have said to make all they want to jump him like that? But all he told him was move the fucking boat, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if they was arguing with him about that, like, you know what I'm saying? It would have. I'm just saying. Let's say if he was a white dude, maybe they would have still been arguing, but I know without a doubt they want to jump that dude. They would have maybe just been arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, "Hey man, move the boat. All right, fuck you in." You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been a whole. You know how? I mean, come on, man.
It might have been a little bit of fuck on the fight. You know?
Right. Like I got family. My family's from the South, and I used to go down there, you know, a lot. I know damn near in Mississippi, if you're around some good old boys and you say, "Hey, it's good old boys down in Mississippi who, if you a black cop, they don't listen to your motherfucking ass." You get what I'm saying? You could be a black cop and say, "Hey man, pull over. Fuck you." You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. I don't understand how you get somebody jump you on your job. You at work. You got to be there. You have no choice. You have to be there. You're at work. They jump you on your job they jump you for doing your fucking job on the job, and you get
That's the
charged. Let's
thing.
take
That's
let's
the
take
thing.
let's you could even if for those ones who don't believe in racism, let's take the race out of it. You on your fucking job, you on your job, whatever that job is, somebody come in your job and start fucking you up and jumping you, and you get charged. You know damn near that's wrong. It ain't no way to look at that. You know that ain't justice. That ain't fair. That ain't justice.
The motherfucker
You know
trying
what I'm
to
saying?
save like Will Smith out there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Somebody coming to you working doing your job, and you ain't arguing with the people. You say, hey man, we just need you to move. Then they get to looking at you crazy, still on you, jump you, and you fight back, and then people help you in the crowd fight back, and now you charged. Like
Right.
even though the city of Montgomery, the police saying we didn't bring the charges, that's a trick bag because you could easily throw those charges out. Y'all could throw those charges, or unless they gotta wait to court. I apologize if I don't know how the legal system go. Maybe they gotta wait to court to throw it out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can't throw it out before court. To me, I thought you could, like, if it ain't a reasonable thing to bring charges on, I thought you could, like, oh shit, this ain't even worth going to court for. Throw this shit out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
throw it out.
But
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe in Mississippi, you got to go to court. If somebody summons you, you got to go. Then they throw it out. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on this, except for
Yeah,
November 21st.
like this is a what's the opposite of civil? This is a like some real charges. And
Right, right.
and
Like,
so yeah, they get their day in court. They was constitutionally have their
mhm.
rights to their day in court. So
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's some bullshit. Let's see that picture
oh yeah,
again.
criminal charges. Damn, I don't know why drew a blank on that. Yeah, but since it's a criminal charge, that he gets his day. Motherfucker. But hey,
That's some bullshit, man.
I thought
I would just look.
the county was pressing charges on. I'm like, what?
I would just bring this picture in right here. Like, okay, now you tell me how I'm charged. This is him hitting me first. He hit me first. You tell me why am I at court? Why am I even in here? I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah.
see me clearly
They
assault.
had that little dude coming from the bottom of the side talking about Toasty.
Right, dude.
Funny comment.
Aquaman, our brother
Yeah,
Aquaman.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen to this. The assault charges comes from the allegation that Pickett punched Shipman. The family said the sibling believes even if Shipman, who was earlier this year charged with assault, was trying to keep the peace, it's tough to expect Damian Pickett to be aware of his surroundings in the moment. At that time, you got a bunch of angry ass guys beating up on you in the head. You don't know who hit you. Nicole Pickett, excuse me, his sister reportedly said, you just swinging in self-defense. Right. You got a angry mob. They got you on the ground. They jumping them all on the ground. Everybody kicking, punching you. It says two participants in the boat dock rumble pleaded guilty to misdemeanors last month. Remember, they gave him slaps on the wrist. Richard Roberts, 48, was ordered to serve 32 days in jail. That's it. Mary Todd, 21, was mandated to enroll in anger management courses. That's all they got. But the brother getting put up on charges. Ain't that now? See that? They charged two people from the incident, anger management, and 32 days in jail. But the victim is up on serious charges.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody trying to set a
Hmm.
precedent. I'm saying it him to the law game.
Hmm. And for those people, well, there's no racism. Only reason I can think of they doing that is I mean, it's simple. The two white people got little charges. He's the victim. He's a black dude. He got jumped and he getting serious charges. I mean, damn. I mean, how
I'm
can you
telling
not
you,
see?
hey, this
I mean,
kind of takes me back to when my mom used to tell me, nobody ever wins a fight.
I mean, damn, like really, like, see, that's why I don't believe, So to me, those ones who say, "Oh, there's no such thing as," you just practicing white supremacy. You just on code with y'all shit. You just on code with your shit. Because this is just blatant. This is blatant misjustice, man. This is blatant misjustice. That's like, I mean, you get jumped and then you get charged. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it 1,000, man.
You know what the Keyshawn.
On.
Come
Come
on,
on,
man.
come on, man. You know. All right, moving right along, man. Moving right along. Our last news
Keyshawn, yeah.
article. Last big thing in the news in Chicago. They angry at Mayor Brandon Johnson, the brother who got the little pointy hairdo. I don't know what his little faux hawk. He got the faux hawk.
Where you the mayor
Yeah, he's the mayor now.
of Chicago?
Residents are angry because he's trying to keep Chicago as a sanctuary city, and the brothers and sisters there are like, no, because now we getting flooding our neighborhoods with all these illegal immigrants, and we don't know their backgrounds, if they child molesters, they taking up all the resources. Now think about this. You hear all this stuff about oh man, we don't got enough money for reparations. These illegal immigrants is coming here and getting all our tax money. They getting money. They getting place to stay, food. They getting set up with jobs. They having job fairs for them in Chicago. They having illegal immigrant job fairs. No bullshit. They letting them sign up to be policemen. They letting them, you know what I'm saying? They giving all of these resources. And see, what the brothers and sisters there are mad about is like, well, you giving all these resources to people who ain't Americans, and we Americans, and we've been crying for years we need all these resources, and y'all say we ain't got the money. Now, a lot of that, a lot of people, another perspective is a lot of people look at it and say it's their fault, because for years, some of us as Black folks in urban communities always push that Democrat button without knowing the tangibles, without knowing anything.
Straight ticket game.
Yeah, without knowing anything. So all those years, it's kind of y'all fault. It's kind of their fault, because all those years they kept pushing that Democrat button without getting anything in return. No benefits. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, now we can't rough them. We got to vote Democrat. Okay, yeah, y'all kept voting Democrat, and this is what happened. You voted for this shit. You voted for these motherfuckers to flood. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said we got to be smarter. That's why now I feel we are smarter as voters now, because we're not just voting for people just because they look like us. You know what I'm saying? We had a thing with that back in the day. If you look like us and you was a Democrat, we was voting for you. You know what I'm saying? Without looking at no policies, without seeing just blind, like a blind hen in spades. Let me go blind. Let me go blind. Hell yeah. And with doing that shit, that's what happens. So all those laws was bringing them all these motherfuckers in was the laws the people voted on there. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, you know, we was made. A lot of us fell into the thing of, oh man, we should help them. We understand, feel what they going through. We Black, and they getting oppressed just like us. No, they not. They never was. Because guess what? They're not Black. They're a different shade of white. You know what I'm saying? A different ethnicity. You know what I'm saying? If you will, a different culture
All
and
white, if you will.
That's what I'm saying, off white. So when you was voting all this, oh man, let the Mexicans come on, let everybody come on in. The thing what we fucked up is we put other groups ahead of us, and see those same groups don't put us ahead of them. When the Hispanics in Chicago voting on something, they don't consider us. But when we vote, we supposed to be Black and brown. Well, we got to vote for our homeboys who. Because Jose helped us one time, helped us fix our engine in the back. Now we feel like oh man, they good people, man. And it is good people. It's good people of all cultures. You know what I'm saying? I know some good Spanish people. I know some good Puerto Rican people. I know some good people of all different races, creeds, colors, whatever. But the thing is, when it comes to politics, when it comes to your group getting something, they vote for their group's interests. They don't vote for guess what? I helped Mr. Jenkins across the way. The brother Mr. Jenkins is across the way. Let me vote for some Black shit now. No, they don't do that. They vote for their interest. They vote for real. They vote for their party's interest, and I can't blame them for that. Asians, when they vote for their interests. You know what I'm saying? They don't vote just because they Chinese restaurant in the hood and they selling Black people orange chicken. They don't vote for shit Black. They ain't voting for shit Black. You know what I'm saying? They're not voting for no agendas for us. And that's what we got. we've always been pressured by the powers to be like the savior of all minorities. Like, oh, well, they going through something, so let's reach out to
The
them.
Rainbow
But we ain't even
Coalition
took
of
care of
Power.
ourselves. Yeah, we haven't even been taken care of. So now I think now a lot of us now are like, no, we gatekeeping our culture, we gatekeeping what we do. We're asking for a black agenda with candidates. We want tangibles for solely for us. We're not falling for the minority. Oh well, I'm gonna do it for minorities. We're not falling for that no more. It got to be specifically for black people.
POC
We're not
gang.
falling for people of color. We're not falling for that no more. It gotta be because people of color could be Indian, could be everybody but us. So we're not falling for that no more, and we're not falling for the black and brown coalition thing. You know, like I say, nothing against my Latino brothers and sisters and nothing like that. I know some good ones and everything like that. But the thing is one thing about it, they don't vote. They don't vote for our interests. They vote for their interests. You get what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with them doing that. We just need to start. That's why I'm glad that we're doing that now. You know what I'm saying? We have to vote for our interests. We can't, because that's what I said. That's why they flooding the zone with the illegal immigrants now. They call them migrants. Remember in the 90s, 80s and 90s swag, they used to call them illegal aliens.
Yeah.
Now they call them migrants. How can you be a migrant when you enter in the country illegal?
Hey
You ain't
man,
no,
that
you ain't
shit
no,
has softer edges, you know.
that's like me. That's like me breaking in the store saying I migrated in the store. I didn't break in this store. I didn't come here unwanted. I migrated here. I might. I needed the resources in the store, so I migrated here. I didn't break in the store and steal nothing. You see what I'm saying? It's all how they word shit. So now they say, oh, these are migrants. So they want to say migrants so you can feel sorry for them. Now, I do feel sorry for them. Whatever they're going through in their country, I feel sorry for you. But guess what? Why don't y'all work on y'all country? All y'all leaving the country ain't gonna help the country get better. Oh, we got drug cartels. Okay, well, why don't y'all all go the fuck over there, stand up to that shit and take the cartels out? Why don't y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, okay, so then if everybody in Mexico move here, then what the fuck is Mexico? If everybody in wherever move, you know what I'm saying? I'm not against people coming to the country legally. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against people coming here, for education or whatever the hell they trying to do. But just because the thing is that when they let immigrant or illegals in here, they select which ones they want to let in here. Because remember, when we did the story on the Haitian immigrants, what they do, they sent them motherfuckers back on the plane.
Yeah, hitting them with bull whips.
Remember, they was on the horse whipping them with the whips and shit. Yeah, they was doing.
I mean, Toby size again.
Right. So they pick and choose. They pick and choose who they want to flood in here, and a lot of it, allegedly, they want to bring a lot of the Latino immigrants in, allegedly, because the black vote is going down. Since we up on game now about tangibles, they say bring them in, and they can replace the black vote. But the thing is, when a lot of them get in here, you know what they do? They vote Republican. They don't even vote.
Hell yeah.
They get over here, be like, I'm voting for Trump.
Straight ticket too.
Exactly. They like, yeah, okay, Democrats, thank you for letting me in this motherfucker, but I'm voting Republican. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
and they do that. They do that all day. So like I can understand why the old school people of Chicago is mad that, you know what I'm saying, Brandon Johnson, is extending Chicago as a sanctuary city. Because see, remember we did the story on them of taking the black boys football program away. They using their whole football facility for young black boys to stay out of trouble. They're taking that facility away and using it as an immigrant or migrant camp now, where they can fucking sleep and all that shit. So you take resources away from us and that we barely have, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And you give it to somebody who's not even a American citizen. You got black veterans. It was just Veterans Day. You got black veterans out here homeless. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, I'm just saying. I know there are white veterans out there homeless too, but I'm just saying I got to talk about my people. But you got black veterans out there, and they ain't getting shit. And even and you know what I'm saying, or veterans period. Even if you want to include the white veterans out there that's homeless, veterans period. You got
Happy Veterans Day, by the way.
Yeah, you got people who but I just want to focus on my community because that's what I know. Our community, our community veterans are treated worse than. Remember, we did a story on that. Our community veterans are treated worse than regular veterans in the country anyway. So now you got people who ain't even part of the country, who ain't ever fought for the country, coming here getting up all gobbling up all kind of resources and tax dollars, and you look us in the face and say we can't do shit for reparations. Ain't that a bitch? But you didn't already spent. Remember, the reparations number was like 20 trillion. Y'all didn't already spent that between Ukraine. Y'all gave them 80 billion, and then the migrants they getting like 80 billion. You damn near at the trillions. You in the trillions. You at 160 trillion right now.
They about to send some money over to the motherland and shit.
Right. Because you're right for the diamond thing. Because they getting resources from the motherland. You're right. They I forget what is that whatever they putting in the phones they mining, that mercury, is it the mercury or whatever that is they mining over there?
Yeah, and that metal,
You're right, Swag. We did the story on that. See, we be keeping y'all informed. We did a story on that. So we got to we really got to focus on our interests. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against no other groups. You know, I don't have nothing against no other groups. You know, I respect other groups for what they bring. I like other cultures. I like learning about other cultures. I like eating other cultures' food and things like that. But at the same time, I'm just saying right now,
talks of what we know Black.
Right. We got to focus on our culture right now, just because, you know, we've been neglected. You know what I'm saying? Anytime, but you know, it's true though. Like, but you see it anytime. Think about it. Anytime they say anything about migrants, you hear dollar sign, you hear a dollar amount. We giving this much money. If they say Ukraine, dollar amount. If they say Latinos, dollar amount. If they say us, they say statue. If they say us, they say us
symbolic gesture.
Well, we'll give you a day. Yeah, symbolic gesture. We'll give you a day. If they say us, we'll tear this Confederate soldier statue down. That's what we'll do for y'all. But you never hear any money. You don't hear no money. You don't hear shit. Or if they do decide to give money, we're gonna give 50 billion to people of color and minorities. So that means Asians. That means LGBTQ.
That puts us at the end of the line for that.
Exactly. So, I mean, you know, nothing wrong with taking a stand for ourselves. And I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong, or people try to say, "Oh, that y'all it's reverse racism." There's no such thing as reverse racism, because I can't stop you from working. I can't stop you from my group can't stop you from working. Can't affect your life.
It can't influence nothing on the decisions anywhere.
Right, roasting you and shit ain't nothing.
That's it.
Right, where we can't stop. They can stop our dollars. If we got a business, they can shut it down. If we got, you know what I'm saying, if we any kind of black business, they could make up a rule and shut the shit down. They do it all the time. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for them to fuck with Bun B's Trill Burger. I'm waiting to hear a story where Bun B's Trill Burger had to be shut down today because, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak that on Brother Bun B.
I'm about to say, I think he got somebody on his team that gives him immunity.
Oh, he got one of them working on for him then, huh? Bun, you know what I'm saying? No, that's smart to do. Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah. Shit, look at Doc.
You know, I was telling my barber a story of we had a little I had a little white homeboy in my crew, and I said, yeah, well, we used to go places in high school. We used to have him drive because that way we wouldn't get fucked with. He was like, he said, the fact that you had, and my barber said, the fact that you had to do that tells you something that, you know what I'm saying? The fact that y'all literally had, I said, yeah, we had to have him drive. So I said, when we did get pulled over one time, they'd be like, oh, he one of us. You know what I'm saying? He get a little slap on the wrist, a warning, and they keep pushing, you know, tell us to keep pushing. So, you got to do that in business. Cause remember there was the people who did the housing appraisal. Remember they said they got their neighbor who was white, and it was their friend who was white. They said they brought our friend or one of our white friends over, and we took our pictures down, our personal photos down, and put his up, and he got a higher appraisal for our house than we did.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, you got to keep one on your team now.
Yeah.
For certain things, man.
Damn, I hate to say this, but you gotta have a trump card.
Yeah, you do. You got to keep one on. You might have to have, one of the good ones, because like I said,
Ace up the sleeve in the game.
I just like I said, there's no such thing as everybody all, white folks is bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's all bad of any race. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's, bad in everything. You know what I'm saying? But for me, you're going to be on the SWS list till proven otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Till you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be
guilty before
until vetted, you're gonna be on that list. You're gonna be on, you know what I'm saying? We'll be cool, but you're gonna be on that list until vetted. You know what I'm saying? And usually the way you can vet it be like, hey, so you believe in reparations? And they're like,
yeah, they get the cooking bacon.
I don't know how we do it. I just don't know how we could afford it. Like, okay.
Yeah, what are you gonna spend your money on?
Right. They want to know what you'll be spending it. Like, what does it matter if
if I spend my shit on the bonfire, nigga.
It's old. Once again, it's something that's old. It's not something that we're asking for to be given to us. It's something that's old by the government. You know what I'm saying? Because the government sanctioned all this slavery and all these laws, redlining laws, the government sanctioned. You know what I'm saying? This is all government stuff. These are laws sanctioned by the government. So yeah, man, it's old. But so cut the check, reparations now. Yep. If you ain't with that, hey, well, you know what I'm saying? I already know what time it is with you. But other than that, that's our stories for this week. Hopefully you've enjoyed the time you had with us, talk a little shit.
Hell yeah. And I like to give a shout out to my dad and brother. Happy Veterans Day for serving and doing all that good stuff, man.
Yes. Salute to all our veterans. Definitely salute definitely to all our Black veterans first. And salute to all our veterans. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy y'all day, brothers and sisters, especially our Black veterans, because you fought for this country. A lot of them came home from Vietnam, and when we couldn't even get the GI Bill, while their counterparts got to buy homes and all that shit and ball
go
and
to school for free and shit. Yeah.
Best movie to see that is Dead Presidents. That's exactly what that is. If the movie Dead Presidents is exactly that. He came home from Vietnam, didn't have shit, had to resort to crime. You know what I'm saying? To live. And he shouldn't have had to do that. So salute to all the veterans out there. Especially, like I said, my Black veterans out there. Salute to y'all, especially from the heart, man. Other than that, we out this piece, man. Y'all enjoy your evening. We'll see you again. Peace.
Salute.